Follow the money. That's what I always say. Always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We're live in downtown Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. And my, oh my, do we have a 3-hour banger lined up for you today. Amazing guests. A lot on the U.S. Open. Jeff Seeley in 30 minutes. His best bets, outrights, placements, the whole deal. Mike Palm, full half hour with him on the World Cup and soccer betting. Doug Kazarian, loaded card tonight, WNBA. Dallin Cuff on the World Cup and Matt Humans with a bunch of bets, including the NBA draft, which is a week from last night. We are underway. Let's begin here. Now, it's England and Croatia. I do have a bet on this game. Paulie has a bet on this game as well. I have the draw at right around, using a bonus, I got it up to right around 3-1 between these two teams. I'm hoping for kind of a 1-1 game, Paulie. What say you?
Yeah. 5 of the last 6 for England have gone under 2.5. I think Nigel may have switched up, but it was a compelling case for the under when he was on with us last time. Yeah. And it figures to be 1-1 or 1-0. And hopefully, if you want to do the FOMO ticket as well, do you want Harry Kane to score in light of what transpired yesterday with the big guns putting a bunch in and that big parlay hit?
Well, does that come back today because Ronaldo did not get one in for Portugal in the first match?
I don't know how much he has left.
I know.
That's the other thing. There are a lot of people saying he shouldn't even play and not get a lot of minutes out there, significant action. So we'll see if it can go over. They've been so strong. They don't concede. And it figures to be 1-0 or 1-1. I hope you get that. And then the draws again, that's been the story. There's a lot going on here. But now with that draw to come in at plus 460, you're up 27 units just betting the draw. And BTTS is now 15-6 so far in the World Cup. And a lot of those are plus prices.
Yeah. As I said yesterday, I have World Cup fever. The only prescription, more BTTS.
Yes.
Give it to me right into my veins.
Yes.
So, I'm not betting the draw in this match just based on what we've had so far. I just think that these teams are pretty close. Like, England's obviously very good. You look at the odds board, they're number 3 behind France and behind Spain. By the way, Spain, Portugal earlier, not exactly looking and setting the world on fire in their first matches. And Croatia's a damn good team. So taking the 3-1 to me was a pretty good price. We get a corner attempt immediately. That's going to be no good. But I thought that was a good number, and I'm going to ride with it. And I hope we can cash both here and get out of here with a 1-1 score for sure. Now, what do you think? Because I did not pay attention to this when it actually happened because it was so quick in the match. But when Portugal scored almost immediately to make it 1-0, then what do you think the draw turned into? And here's why. I love watching the World Cup so much because you see these countries that Congo has like no chance, right, to come out of their group or to go on a deep run, basically, according to the numbers.
Yeah.
First of all, that header was like an A+ almost for a goal. To see their fans like set that stadium on fire for like 2 minutes after that, I love it, man. This is unmatched with what we're watching here with all these games. They're super tight for the most part. These dogs have been alive pretty much the entire time. And I can't get enough of the fans in different cities and interacting with other fans from across the country or the world.
They have a fan that stands during the entire match. And then they went crazy when they scored. It's a big party out there as well. So between the English fans taking over Dallas-Fort Worth.
The Scots taking over Boston.
Oh, man. I mean, there's more to that, too. That's nuts. They ran out of Sam Adams. It's incredible that happened. The Sam Adams guy told NBC Boston, I've never seen anything like it. And there was one report that they drank 4 times as much. There was initially, I saw 3 times as much, like you said, on St. Paddy's Day, but how they're taking on, and they were down to just Bud Light, which all they had. And they drank the place dry, what they were doing. That is impressive and dedication for what they're able to do. They had 20 beers on tap. And then they switched to the Boston Lager. They added extra deliveries to make sure they had enough. Still couldn't keep up with the demand.
So for the first time in the history of like Instagram, I'm actually pretty happy that when you click on something, it can, like, the algorithm is going to be like, hey, you liked this video. So what we're going to do right now is give you more videos of what you just liked. And a bad example of that would be like, let's say I just happen to click on some Instagram model who I don't know who it is. And like Charles Barkley said, maybe Cardi D's.
Lindsay Pellis?
Yeah.
Still strong
And
with
then
her?
all of a sudden my phone for the next 24 hours is littered with the same thing. I'm like, how do I clear this up so my wife doesn't see it? And hey, it was an accident, I promise. But I liked the video last night on Instagram from the Scottish fans taking over a bar. My God, Paul, they were packed in, the definition of packed in like sardines. And because I liked it and I watched it with the volume on, my phone was just littered with nothing but other videos coming from the Boston area with the Scottish fans taking over. I'm like, I watched it for like a half an hour. It was great.
Yes.
I'm so jealous of these people that are in World Cup cities right now taking this in.
Yeah. And like our buddy Freddie, when you click on one of those stories on Instagram and it's just someone coming over to the USA for the first time.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I can't believe Buc-ee's. I can't believe this is a gas station. Raising Cane's. It changed lives. Yeah. Hey, I went here. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
And I saw a lot of English fans here earlier. They're walking around because Derek mentioned how the pool sold out today for the England fans, and they better get ready because you're going to get the wheelchairs with 105 degree weather if they don't pace themselves.
Forget about selling this property out of beer. They better sell out of sunscreen. Otherwise, they're going to be drinking way too much and forget about it, and they're going to wake up looking like lobsters tomorrow.
Yeah. How about your Jordan beat?
Well, no, I hope that's the worst beat that I have the entire tournament. So for those of you who were on them last night, stayed up and watched it, I know it was very, very late on the East Coast. That game got over with at past midnight. I first of all, I don't know how Jordan did not have like 3 goals in the first half. They had so many opportunities and they were so close. Either it was a great save or woodwork or whatever. And then they got the equalizer there. But then to have an own goal to make it 2-1 that they were trailing. And then you had extra time put on the board for 10 minutes, Paulie.
Yep.
And more than 9 minutes in extra time, there was a shot on goal. The guy for Jordan is sliding for it, puts his arm up like this. They go to the VAR. Of course, they rule it a penalty. The guy makes it in the 10th minute of extra time. And basically, as soon as he made the goal, that's it. That's the match. Get out of here. And they lost 3-1. And I had plus 1.5 goals. I had to put up, that was a really fun match. You could kind of tell that Jordan, like they were leaking, man, at the very end of that match. And it's like, I got to hang on here for dear life. I know others said they hit the cash out button. Okay. And about that's probably a good move. I don't blame you. I wish I could have had that option last night. But to lose like that, man, I think baseball has the worst beats. We can have the conversation about soccer is right on. It's absolutely in the conversation.
Yep.
That stunk.
And we start the day with the Mbappe goal, too, that covered the spread. So that happened. And then Austria's goal, too, deep into the match, which was a killer. But on the flip side, it's just bizarre what happened with Portugal, that you're such a big favorite and a good call about what the in-play was, that they score 6 minutes in and they're held in check the rest of the match.
Yeah. Which
is bizarre.
It was not looking pretty there for the Congo to begin that match. That was pretty lopsided to Portugal. And then it settled down after that and they couldn't get another one in. But we have a couple more matches coming up today, obviously. Mike Palm's going to be great on this.
Ghana, Panama's all. This has got to be an under 2.5.
So you want to do the 0-0 detector on that one?
If it's going to be a 0-0, it's got to be Ghana, Panama. And the breakdown from Meatman yesterday was exquisite. Where are my rankings? This is 73rd against 34th. But if Ghana's coach is so defensive-minded, and yet they're the small favorite here, and Meatman gave out Panama draw, no bet, but the case for the under was awesome, which this has all the makings of either 0-0 or 1-0 in this one. And, penalty. Penalty?
Is it going to be the Fox in the box here?
Oh, it's going to be Harry Kane again.
Of course it is. Yes, there's a PK coming.
The Fox in the box.
Oh, that's awful for the under.
Oh, man.
Let's see what happened here. I couldn't tell by that angle. The player for England got kicked, maybe? Is that what happened, Luke?
Here we go. Goal in the first 10 that can cash.
Yeah, and look at this now. Mr. Fortunate here.
That's right.
Harry Kane's going to set up shop here and go for the first goal in the 10th minute of the match.
Plus 460 at Circa. Goal in the first 10 if he converts. Portugal already cashed too.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, man. Now, Caesars was offering this, but they pulled it down. Penalty. Will a team miss? Will a team score on a penalty? Because to miss on a penalty is like 15-1.
I would love to see the keeper come up big here. That would be massive. So would you.
Yes. God, this FOMO parlay, it won't end if these big names keep cashing. I'm going to throw one at you coming up here. If the big names keep getting it done, just blindly bet the the stupid parlays.
Here comes the attempt. Staggers.
He blocked it.
Blocked it.
How about that?
There we go.
See, it's not that hard.
That's big.
Piece of cake.
No, that's very easy.
Guessed right.
I can't believe that keepers aren't like 90%.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm joking.
That's
by
like
the way.
that's a 15, 20 to 1 shot that comes in.
Yeah.
I
can't believe he got it done.
Put that back up. Yeah, excellent.
Oh,
job.
it's like the match last night that we talked about in Jordan. In the final seconds of the match in extra time, it was the easiest goal he's ever going to score.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper just went the wrong way and it was simple. Went right in. So now what are we going to do here? We're going to check what happened?
Oh, man, did the goalie
of course.
leave
Here
early?
we go. Watch
Are
Kane.
you kidding?
So Kane's the luckiest
The most fortunate
soccer
man.
player ever.
The most fortunate man in sports.
There might be a guy in the box for Croatia.
He left early.
Oh my God, he's going to get another
He's gonna
attempt.
get another
isn't he?
shot.
Yeah, Harry Kane. He is Hugh Hefner. This guy.
God.
He's the Hugh Hefner of the soccer world. They're going to retake it. Oh my!
Oh, it was on the
Lord.
keeper. It was on the
Yeah,
keeper.
I don't think that he left, but
What a cluster bleep. They're minus,
come on.
They're minus 350 in play. He gets another attempt. Oh, mercy. Goal in the first 10 will not cash now because this has taken so long.
Only this guy, by the way.
Yeah, it's true.
Only Harry Kane. No good. You missed it the first time. Well, guess what? You're going to get another chance because the goalie made a move early. Debut of a new segment on the show. Sure to be a hit coming up. I can't wait to dive into this. Paul's going to run it down. I think Harry Kane's going to be involved and some other soccer players coming up here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Let me get your attention real quick, podcast listeners. I've got something for you that almost feels too good to be true. First, credit where credit's due. If you're listening to this podcast, you're already leveling up your betting game. You're riding along with our best bets and top angles. And when there's a good game on, you're getting involved with a few props and alt markets as well. There's one more layer if you really want to step things up, and that's VSiN Pro. I've mentioned it before, but things are only getting better for our pro subscribers. We just rolled out our MLB prop projections, breaking down some of the best edges across strikeouts, hits, home runs, and more. And that's on top of everything else pro subscribers already get, including public betting splits, expert picks, and betting guides across the sports calendar. If you haven't tried it yet, stop sleeping on it. You can get your first month just $9.99 or save big with promo code POD26 on the annual subscription. Hit the link in the description and start cashing in with VSiN Pro. All right, back to the show.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Just take it easy, man.
It's time to just take it easy.
Calmer than you are. Will you just take it easy?
Waving a gun around? All right, have to do this on a regular basis. In light of what happened last night with the FOMO and the easy stuff cashes, of course the big guns. Messi, Mbappe, Haaland all to score twice, 80-1. Messi hat trick, 25-1. Let's pick up on that theme. Harry Kane and Rodriguez to score 2 each, 70-1.
Well, now what's the updated score that Harry Kane already has one banked for today?
He's two goals for Harry is plus 120. Hat trick is plus 450.
Well, you're chasing a little bit what happened yesterday. That kind of feels to me like playing all the matches to end in a draw yesterday because they did that the day before. Then none of them came through yesterday. But Kane's off to a good start here today. Can Rodriguez get 2? Give me 2 Utah here. I'm just mad, Paulie, that how did we not talk about that live on the air yesterday? We talked about as it was happening. After
Yes.
Mbappe scored a couple of times, it was brought up like kind of, well, now watch Haaland go crazy, but he's $1.80. And then after he scored, we're like, oh, Messi's going to do it too. And then he did. And so that should have been a thing yesterday. I would actually ask soccer historians, was like, in terms of star power, was yesterday the best results in a single day of like the history of the event?
Yeah, that's your Judge Ohtani. Both hit a home run.
Schwarber, yeah.
You're right, absolutely. How that came in.
Okay, so
all the big guns get 2, and then Messi has the hat trick. Unbelievable.
Well, Rodriguez now. So if you don't want to do it with King because it's a little bit late, is there anybody else on the board that you would go with Rodriguez?
You go Rodriguez and Diaz. You can go Rodriguez and Suarez. You can do that too. You could put Ollie Watkins on there. I thought he was listed.
By the way, people were betting that yesterday too. There's absolutely no question.
Yes.
They bet it every which way. They played it just the single way for all three guys to score a goal. And then they were laddering each player to score two. And I'm sure people out there all had three guys to have a hat trick.
Okay. It continues. You're up 27 units blindly betting the draw in every match. It happened 2 days ago. We had a draw to start the day. Last three matches all end in a draw, 55-1. Yes, or take it easy.
Well, take it easy here because it's already 1-0 England, so I don't like where this one's heading.
Draws 4-1.
It's 4-1 right now.
3.5 under -1.7.
Yeah, that would bump the price a bit up from 55-1 to a little bit higher than that. But I will say this: I think there's a good chance that we're going to get, the other two games tonight could easily end in a draw, and I'm not going to be surprised if we get that Ghana Panama, like a 0-0 or 1-1 there. And then, I don't know, Colombia and Uzbekistan just has under written all over it. Where that would be like maybe a... Can you get one from Uzbekistan against Colombia? Is that possible? Are they going to score in the match?
I don't know. Good question.
I kind of like Colombia to win to 0
Yeah.
in the game.
Okay.
So maybe take it easy on that one.
All right. Huge card tonight in the WNBA. Plum, Asia Wilson, Beckers, Olivia Miles, all to score 25-plus points with a lot of high totals, 75-1. Yes, or take it easy?
No, take it easy here, too, because, first of all, Plum might not even play. She is questionable to play in this game tonight. If she does play and she's okay, that total is basically 180, and they're taking on the Lynx. That number opened up 3.5, was bet all the way to almost 9, and the Lynx are a freight train. And if Plum doesn't go, Brink's now out for the Sparks as well. You figure that the Lynx are going to name their score in this one. But if Plum goes, I would say that the one that if Plum goes, I would like it. With this caveat, maybe take Paige Beckers off or find somebody else because they're playing Golden State. And Golden State is very good defensively. And I thought about betting the Jessica Shepard double-double again tonight. Yeah. It's right around even money. Doug Kazarian's on the show a little bit later on today. I kicked that around with him, and I said, or do you think it's possible that the Valkyries are just too tricky defensively? He said, yeah, they're too tricky. So I laid off Shepard and maybe just lay off Beckers here in that one.
Well, the Chicago Sky are bad, too. So you could throw Sabrina.
Yeah,
maybe
there you
some
go.
Stewart stuff on there.
Sure, look at that angle instead.
They can't. Okay. I've thought of this the last 24 hours. So I don't know who's going to win out, but Brad Stevens at the end of the year press conference said we have to change how we play. But then Missoula's stubborn, which how he only wants to play one way, which is bomb threes and what they want to do. Also, this kind of reminds me with Melo going to the Knicks. You're going to get the big name, but you're going to have to give up so much. So even if the Heat are able to get Giannis, it's going to come at a big price with Hero, Jaquez, Ware. There is no bet to be made with a Giannis trade because Miami still isn't a factor. How will Boston play if they get him? And if you lose Brown, how will that look with Tatum and Giannis? And then if Portland's involved and Brown goes to Portland and it's just picks back to Milwaukee, Portland's good, but the West is loaded.
Yes, I would agree. I think that you're right with this one. I think the only way is if you have that information, the bet would be where Giannis is going to end up, not for a team to win the East or to win the title next year. Unless, and some people have thrown this out there, Paulie, could there be a mystery team? And then if there is a mystery team, and if you hear some rumblings about that, maybe that would be the bet to make because they're probably going to have higher odds than a team like Boston. And I don't really want Miami anyway, based on that overall package that we think is going to have to be involved. And I don't think the Heat will be good enough next year. So I think you're probably right where you just sit back and do nothing. I would not, if it happens to be one of those teams, I'm not going to be, again, I said this the other day, I'm not pushing people out of the way so I can make a bet on one of them to win it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this. You want me to take it easy here? Next week, NBA draft. The more that this is shaping up, the more rumors kick out. The angle of Carlos Boozer going number 2 overall, and every mock draft I think that I've read since last night, it's about 4 mock drafts. They've all had Boozer going number 2. How about Dabansa goes 1, Boozer goes 2nd, which he is still higher than 2-1. I added more of that today. And then Darren Peterson slides past number 3. Memphis takes somebody else. Is that a possibility, or do I need to take it easy?
I think that makes sense. I think that could happen. That he would say, there's no way I'm going to play for you. Don't take me.
He's already kind of, yeah.
And if they decide, okay, that's how it's going to be, then all hell breaks loose. And the Bulls take him at 4. And then what does Memphis do? And it really throws a wrench in things.
Sure. Could Memphis,
that could happen.
Could Memphis just say, yeah, we don't want to deal with this guy. Caleb Wilson looks pretty good. Could they reach for a Darius Acuff type? I doubt it the way it sounds. But maybe there's an angle here. And I looked for this, by the way. I looked for a draft position prop of Darren Peterson. I couldn't find it anywhere. I would be intrigued by that. I would like to know what that number would be. I think books would probably make it 1.5. I think I'd go over that for sure. 2.5 would be the intriguing one.
Mara's 9.5 over 160. He's going to go top. I don't think he goes top 9.
Well, and here's one too. Matt Humans moved the number on this last night or yesterday. And he brought this up on VSiN by the books. Kingston Flemings was 9.5. Under was even money. Mm-hmm. But later on in the day, Kingston Flemings was minus 350. I'm seeing a $5 favorite now to go in the top 10 or to go under 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not bad.
So there was some bad reports about him as the draft season was beginning. But Matt made a good case on him to go in the top 9 yesterday. And as a result, the betting number on that one definitely flipped. But I think that the move here would be, again, these reports, these rumors could be dead wrong. There's also a world that we live in where Carlos Boozer might go off odds on to be the number 2 pick overall in the draft. So I grabbed more on him today in that market.
Yeah.
Who did I say?
Carlos.
I'm mixing him up with his dad. Sorry, Cam.
Yep.
Cameron Boozer. Yep.
What's the hydration break? Still 1-0. 425 in play for England. Plus 450 draw. Hopefully this holds up. What was 1-0? Plus 550.
Can we get Croatia with their hair on fire here after the hydration break?
Well, the Dallin Cuff angle is the favorite. But these teams were evenly matched when you look at the rankings. Number 4 against number 11. So some heavyweights going at it.
Good job.
Off the bat.
I like the music. Easy to dance to. Unsolicited plug. There's also the name of the segment here. Just take it easy. There's a name of a kind of a hidden coffee shop here in Las Vegas off Spring Mountain Road called Take It Easy. Very good. Very good coffee. For those of you who live here or might be coffee snobs when you come to town. Right out of the hydration break here.
It's a great scene in Big Lebowski.
No, it's phenomenal.
It's a great scene. Calmer than you. Waving a gun around. They're calling the cops. Put the piece away, man.
Last time you watched that movie?
A couple months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He pulls the gun out on the market zero over the line. Incredible. The Coen brothers or something.
A U.S. Open preview, best bets on deck. Jeff Seeley joins the program. He'll break it down here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
By this time tomorrow, plenty of golfers will be in the clubhouse and definitely still out there. Shinnecock, day 1, U.S. Open. We'll get right into it by going out to the Progressive guest line. Jeff Seeley joins the program now. Cupmaker Podcast is out on any spot that you get your podcast. Follow him on X, @CupmakerJeff. Hey, pal, good to talk to you as always. Do we expect the course to be as hard as everybody's talking about, or is there a chance it's going to be maybe slightly easier?
I mean, it's going to be really tough, but they're gonna take a few measures. I think they talked about injecting some water in between the morning wave and afternoon wave, but it's going to be really tough. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And just hearing some interviews with guys on the course, hearing things like the greens look like an upside down cereal bowl, and guys who have won on tour saying there's just no way I could hold the green here. It's going to be very, very difficult which is why so much of what I'm looking at this week is putting a huge amount of weight on guys who can chip and putt, because I think if as much as anything, no matter how good your irons are, you're going to have to be able to hold the greens. If you can't, you're going to have to be able to get up and down.
So what is this? We're going to get hydration breaks in golf too this week? Is that what you're telling me?
I guess at least the greens are, right? And,
Right.
and that should make, if nothing else, I think it might even it out a little bit between the evening waves and the afternoon waves. And one other thing we've heard a ton about, guys, is the weather, right? And
Yep.
the various waves, that the morning wave may have a huge advantage. I actually think that may be a little bit overhyped. And I know there's been a lot of pricing adjustments and matchups for guys who are in the morning versus the afternoon. If it's not as bad as people think it's going to be, then there actually could be an edge from books who have overreacted to that. So I think it'll be interesting. So just look at that a little bit as you're looking at matchups. If there's a guy you like who's in the afternoon wave and the price seems kind of off kilter, look at the waves they're in, and it could very easily be that's the difference in the price. And again, look at the weather and make your own decisions, because I looked at it and I don't think the weather difference, I think it's going to be bad for everybody. And if you take the worst is supposed to be at 11 a.m. Well, if you tee off at 8 o'clock, you're still going to be playing in that really crappy weather at 11 a.m. So, I think it's going to be bad for everybody. I think the weather wave may be a little bit overhyped.
Let's start top of the board. A couple guys, 22, 23 to 1, please.
Yeah. So full disclosure, I did bet on Koepka, but I got bad numbers, and it was before he had any injuries. So I'll start with that. But then at the top of the board, again, guys, Tommy Fleetwood, 22 to 1. I played him 18 to 1 each way, 8 places at Bet365. The case for Fleetwood's really straightforward. Finished T11 in RBC Canadian last week, T4 at the Memorial 2 weeks ago, T5 at Quail Hollow in early May. The form is very clearly there. Has 8 majors and top 10s, and he has runner-up finishes in 2 majors that I think correlate very, very well here for obvious reasons. 2018 at Shinnecock and the 2019 Open Championship at Royal Portrush. Royal Portrush, another coastal test with tons of wind and wild conditions. The PGA Championship at Southern Hills actually was another extremely difficult course. Fleetwood took 5th. So his approach game sucked at the first 2 majors, as does around the green game, but he gained 4 strokes on approach last week, 6 strokes around the green with Memorial. Maybe he's figured something out. Again, I think the way to play him is either in the each way market as I did, or top 10, top 5, and some on the outright. So I just don't see a scenario where he doesn't show up this week. I also like Fleetwood in a matchup over Cam Young. And then my pick to win the U.S. Open is Matt Fitzpatrick. He's also my pick to win the Open Championship. I also played him 18 to 1 each way at 8 places. I think he's the cleanest course fit on the board outside of the top 3 favorites. Already U.S. Open champion, finished T12 here in 2018, T12 at the U.S. Open at Pebble, another coastal U.S. Open challenge, and finished runner-up at the RBC Canadian Open. So his 2026 resume, include 3 wins in 2026. All that lead to, why I think he's going to be the winner this year. Whether you believe his approach play matters a lot this week or not, I can tell you that having strong approach play won't hurt you, and he's gained on approach in 10 straight events. You have to be able to chip here. He's gained around the green in 13 straight events. You'll have to make putts. He's gained with the putter in 7 of his last 10 events. So no reason not to be on Fitzpatrick other than the potential of the bad weather draw, if you believe in that. I'm playing him. I'm going to ladder him exact same way I did Fleetwood. Those are my top 2 players at the top of the board.
All right. Very good. Let's work our way down the odds board a little bit. Jeff Seeley, our guest. He's on the Progressive Guest Line. Follow him on X at Cutmaker Jeff. And you're going to make a case here for a couple of guys, high 30s, low to mid 40s here to win. Go ahead and start with Russell Henley.
Yeah, another guy, again, if you're weary of the weather draw, I think that's really the lone argument against Russell Henley. In 2018, he had a T25 here. Last year at Royal Portrush, another coastal course, he had a T10. In his last U.S. Opens, he's missed 1 cut, finished top 10 twice, and has not finished worse than 27th, aside from his missed cut. He's just the perfect ladder bet. He really is. You make a big bet on the top 20, of which he has 8 in 13 events this year. His plus 130 price, I think, is fair. And you're getting plus 300 on top 10, which I think is also interesting. Don't have a ton to say on Henley other than he's a poor man's Fleetwood or Fitzpatrick. He plays well in big events like U.S. Opens. I think he'll perform here. And it's funny, Tyrrell Hatton said that, he thinks this week the course is going to make people's head explode, and he has an advantage because his head explodes every week. So he's really used to it. Even if we ignore his win on Live last time out, which he did win, it's impossible to ignore his T3 at the Masters in April. He's coming in with good form. His irons have gained in 5 straight and around the green in 4 of his last 5, and he gained 6 strokes putting last week. So form was really good. Finished T6 here in 2018. Finished T4 at a very tough U.S. Open at Oakmont last year. Finished T6 and 16 at 2 Royal Portrush Opens. I just think he's in a great setup here. I don't know that he's going to win the U.S. Open, but I'm going to play him top 20, top 10, a little on the outright, because I think the tougher it gets, the better his chances get. And then at 49-1, we've got the GOAT, Fat Pat.
The GOAT.
My favorite boy to play him is plus 345, top 10. Look, guys, he's the one player on this card I'm buying purely on the intersection of psychology and short game. 2018 Masters winner, major mental edge in major championships that few players really have. Short game is top 10 in the world. This year in 2 majors, he has a top 10 and a top 12. 2 wins, a runner-up, and a top 10 on the DP World Tour since leaving Live. 4th place at Shinnecock in 2018. 10th place with the Royal Portrush. His form's great. His history is great. This may sound crazy, but I'm going to be really surprised if Patrick Reed does not finish top 10 this week.
Wow.
He's just too tough of a competitor. Gets up and down as well as anyone on earth. Plus 345 is fantastic. It's one of my favorite bets on the card.
Excellent. Very good. How about the bomb squad? Compelling case for a couple guys here, about 90 and 100-1. Take it away.
Yeah, and this is one, guys, I think it's really important to make sure, especially this week in a tournament that's going to be really tough, and we'll have a lot of guys really close on the leaderboard, to make sure you understand the rules of your dead heat bets in the placement markets. I know DraftKings has ties pay full. FanDuel, for example, doesn't. I think it's a really important factor here, especially in bets like this with Harris English. He's 88-1 on the outright, but my favorite bet of this week is Harris English, top 30. He's like plus 125 or so at DraftKings. He is the quintessential U.S. Open grinder, and Shinnecock is the exact venue where that profile shines. He's missed 1 cut in 2026 and has finished inside the top 30 in 11 times in 13 events. I'm not sure what exemplifies a grinder more than that does. So here's 2 things you can lock in with English. He's going to be average off the tee, but he's never going to be bad, and he is going to putt the lights out. He's gained an average of 3.5 strokes putting over 13 events in 2026. He's only lost strokes putting once. What's more interesting, though, guys, is how he's performed in the majors since 2024. He's finished inside the top 30 7 times in 10 majors. 70% of the time, he's finished in the top 30. That's unreal, and it falls right in line with his current form. Another guy I'm going to ladder, but him finishing top 30, my biggest bet of the U.S. Open. And then one more guy, 100. You can find him a little over 100-1. My favorite way to play him is top 20 plus 265. Is the reigning PGA Championship winner, Aaron Rai. Walks in proving he can win a very tough test at that event. His low cut, bullet driver is perfect for this event, perfect for the wind. I think he's perfectly positioned for the tee as well as anyone. Take out last week and then look at his 3 prior events. T19 Memorial, won the PGA Championship, 5th place at Myrtle Beach in those events. I love Aaron Rai this week.
Awesome breakdown, dynamite analysis. Thanks so much for the time. Best of luck, man. I hope you kill it. Happy Father's Day, all of it. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks, Jeff. We appreciate it.
Thanks, fellas. Take care.
There you go. Jeff Seeley on X at Cupmaker Jeff. Podcast is called the Cupmaker Podcast as well on the Progressive Guest Line. And a couple of moments ago, Croatia with the equalizer. Knotted up at 1 apiece, 40th minute here.
BTTS now 16-6 for the tournament.
Uh-huh.
Why are there so many goals?
I got to tell you, I mean, that goal was pretty damn impressive from Croatia's side as well.
It was.
Up next, win some, lose some. Paul's going to recap a lot of the betting action from yesterday. And again, boy, oh boy. It's easy to say now, but we wish we had this one in pocket. Tell you what that is next.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night? Wow, winning. Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser! Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
All right. If you said don't take it easy, I like it. You're halfway there with the Harry Kane Rodriguez parlay. The poacher. Harry Kane does it again. To score 2 goals was 7-1. 2-1 England approaching halftime. 4.5 the total, under -130.
No.
England -$5.
Now, on that goal, it's a corner kick, but it opened up beautifully for him, and boy, oh boy, did he take advantage. That was a direct header on a laser beam right past the goalie. That was a great goal by Kane.
Excellent. Portugal, Congo. Exact score 1-1, 11-1. Draw plus 460. You're up 27 units betting the draw. BTTS plus 140. 16-6 so far. Goal in the first 10 minutes plus 415. Last night, the big 3 parlay, all they have 2 goals. Mbappe, Haaland, Messi, 80-1. Higher than that in some spots. Big differences when you bet some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible. Messi to score twice, 5-1. Hat trick, 25-1. Outside the box, 6-1. Goal in both halves, 10-1. Exact score plus 875, 3-0. Austria, Jordan, 3-1 exact score, 11-1. Own goal plus 550. Penalty, 5-1. BTTS plus 110.
That's 5 now.
It is.
5 own goals already.
Won't stop. That's right. France, Senegal, 3-1 exact score, 13-1. BTTS plus 115. Norway, Iraq, 4-1 exact score, 20-1. Own goal plus 550. BTTS plus 155. Hussein anytime goal, 6-1. Rockies plus 220. Surprised the Cubs. Most runs, dead heat, Yankees and Twins, 20 and 22-1. Bye-bye Cy Young for Davis Martin, who got lit up again. And most strikeouts, Gilbert, 6-1.
Bye-bye Cy Young for Shohei Ohtani today.
All 4 of them are earned?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
They trail Tampa 4-2 right now. Well, now it's live betting, bottom of the 5th, bases loaded, nobody out for the Dodgers. They trail by 2 runs.
Subscribe, be part of the team, vsin.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos. At Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in, we'll put you on. Nigel sent this in. The English fans going to the stockyards in Dallas, Fort Worth to hang out. This thing in Sweet Caroline? Hanging out at the rodeo. Okay. Go to Joe T's. Get a nice meal. The thing takes up like 5 blocks in Fort Worth. That's where you got to go to, buddy. But having a great time, and it's fun to see all these fans taking over the city where they're at, no matter what part of the world it is, whether we're talking Canada or here or the U.S. And you mentioned the Sky. I can't get enough of the Scotland thing in Boston.
Yeah, that's great.
That's great because you know it's coming. It's like J.R. Starkus. Don't get caught with your pants down. You got to be ready. But how do you run out of alcohol? You run out of alcohol. Run out of beer.
That has to be like 1 in 100. For like not a whole city, but for probably multiple bars for an event that's going on like this to run out, that can't happen.
Yeah.
Derek told us yesterday.
Never happen here.
Would never, ever, ever happen here.
Yeah. What do you got for us, Luke? Is this an oldie but a goodie? This is awesome. This is where the dogs found a new workout routine with an exercise buddy. See, you got the deer on the other side of the fence, and that is a beautiful backyard with a lot of room. So he comes right up to him. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Eh? You got to get some cardio in? And they go racing, coming against each other. Run down. What a beautiful backyard.
Oh, sign me up for that.
With the pool and how big that is, and the landscaping and the grass, but they just go back and forth where the deer comes right up to the fence, and they race each other back and forth. That's excellent. I like the ones where the dog brings in a friend, and he comes right through the front door. We've seen those several times. And a bad beat, condolences. It actually happened twice. France covered the spread, and Austria covered the spread with late goals, but this one hurt. In the 99th minute, that's then resulted, turning the 102nd minute after it was all said and done with the PK. Jordan plus 1.5, no good. Sports calendar never stops. Sharp Plays covers it all. They've been winning for 15 straight years. They're great with soccer, and they're transparent with everything they have and offer. Respected, watched, and feared. Connected, great sources. Start winning with them. Sharpplays.com. Jeff and the crew do a great job. Get on board and attack the World Cup and get the telegram, sharpplays.com.
Well, now we're going to see the tickets coming out for sure. I mean, the ones that came in yesterday, wish we had those in pocket.
Yeah,
but
no kidding.
to
All
begin
these
with,
heavy hitters. Here's another one.
Come on.
Unbelievable.
Oh, there it is.
Unbelievable.
There it is. 2-2 already. By the way, our producer, Luke, who is doing a great job writing up these games as well. We have Luke, Alex Blowers, Nigel Seeley writing up game previews of the best bets for the World Cup. Put every single second of content into my eyeballs. Luke wrote about and why he liked both teams to score over 2.5 plus 165. It's 2-2 in the first half. Kane for a hat trick, he can still get higher than 2-1. Any interest there?
Yes.
This thing is freewheeling. Yeah, that's, to me, he's going to be the PK guy. You can get higher than 2-1 on him for another goal. I don't hate that idea.
Well, what happened here? Like, what's the reason for this? Because Nigel came on and said, I expect a low-scoring tournament.
Yeah.
Also, because he talked about weather and travel. But the opposite has happened, how it's playing out. And we're just seeing crazy action so far. I mean, the fluke was the Spain result with the only 0-0. But it's just been a plethora of goals here through this. Not that I'm complaining. I just want to know where, it's just these unders aren't safe. Even though the first match stayed under, but it was 1-1 and incredible that they played a scoreless second half.
Well, no, I mean, they're exploding late, a lot of those. And again, I think, what'd you say there? 3 of the 4 matches, either side, spread, total impacted in the 90th minute beyond yesterday.
Yeah.
3 of the 4?
Yeah. 5.5 now.
The final goal in the France match was 95th minute?
Uh-huh.
And then they covered the 1.5 and it goes out, and then again, what happened with Jordan last night? Backbreaking defeat, plus the 1.5 goals.
I mean, England doesn't concede. They've been so good. 5 of their last 6 under 2.5, and 9 of the last 10, the BTTS did not cash.
They look a little shaky here today.
Yes.
Obviously allowing those 2, but I'll say this too, I got to check the stats on this game. Croatia moving forward could be that's the team I think you want to attack with maybe getting some goals on board here. Playing their games over.
How about tomorrow? Don't you think it's a gotta-have-it game for Canada and Swiss? Because Nigel didn't think Bosnia was that good. They got the 1-1 draw against Canada. Switzerland only $1.80, blew the first one with the draw against Qatar. Canada's a big price. But, I mean, if you want to lay a 1.5, Canada against Qatar.
Boy,
They got to have it. Even though I guess the comeback is they weren't impressive against Bosnia.
No, they weren't. I was actually thinking hardcore under in that game.
The Canada game?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think that would be the ultimate 1-1 or 1-0 spot.
I could see that Mexico and South Korea to close up shop tomorrow. And, kind of like what Luke did. I like what Alex recommended on vsin.com with the Czech Republic. He wants them to win, bet them $1.30 to win and over their team total. Then it becomes a plus price against South Africa.
Well, that's going to be a thing with Norway, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
As we saw yesterday. I bet this. We talked about this at the very end of the show. We're like, oh, my God, what is the Norway-France total going to be? And I said it might close 3.5. So 2.5 was even money to the over as our show ended yesterday. I had to hit that. Now, I don't think that number's around anymore, but I'd still lay 15 cents with that.
We also have to look at when you're playing the bad countries with goal differential being so big, you got to run the score up.
Yes, you do.
Not that everyone's going to do a 7-1 job by Germany, but you got to take advantage of that. If it's a total mismatch, you got to keep scoring.
Yeah, you do.
To get through to the next round.
I'll tell you, and that's why I think the goal late last night might have been a kind of a big deal. Any of that stuff is going to potentially matter down the road.
Well, that's why we look so good. It's one thing to win, but the 4-1 to start, beautiful.
Oh, sure.
With goal differential.
Yeah, and they turned into a 250 favorite to win the group. Part of the result of that.
I'm stunned. I am stunned.
At the goals?
Oh, yeah. With England, yes. How about 2 at the half?
How about round robins maybe that came in? Betting books will let you do that.
Okay, so what do we do now? Who's I don't know. I'm not an expert.
You brought up Rodriguez tonight.
Who's the best player? Is it Diaz? Is it Diaz, Suarez? Rodriguez, whatever. Just find a guy there and say, okay, I'll highlight him too. Because it's just, that's 4 in a row where the star has got it done with 2+ goals. I mean, it's ridiculous what happens.
Yeah, by the way, side note, did Argentina look really good last night? Or was Algeria like in awe of Messi on the pitch? Those players were standing around watching him, I thought. But I don't want to take anything away from the defending champs.
Interesting point.
You're going to get
that happened with the Dream Team in the Olympics.
Well,
certainly that happened. They wanted autographs.
U.S. Open next. We'll hear from one of the best golfers in the world about the win coming up here on VSiN.